Hello students. So in this video we'll see derivations of 3D geometry. So roughly around 6 derivations are there. Surely you will have one in your annual exam. So first one, equation of line in space passing through a point and parallel to given vector. So there is a line, it is passing through a point and is parallel to a given vector. So first I will take coordinate axis x, y, z. So coordinate axis. There is a line, one line I will take. This is a line whose equation we are required to find. It is parallel to a line or another vector, you may say b. So this line equation we are required to find. What he says, it passes through a point. So I will take, it is passing through a given point. So this point I will take it as a, x1, y1, z1, and its position vector I will take it as a. So this line is passing through point A of x1, y1, z1 and is parallel to vector b. We are required to find its equation. So I will take another point P on this line x, y, z. X, y, z and its position vector I will take it as r. I will take it as r. So figure is clear, students. There is a line passing through a point A of x1, y1, z1 and is parallel to vector b. Let p x, y, z be a point on the line. So if I take position vector of point A, so here only I will be writing position vector of point A is OA or small vector a, and is given by x1i plus y1j plus z1k, where I, j are unit vectors, so you show cap for those. Similarly, OP, R is a position vector of point P, R is equal to OP and is xi plus yj plus zk. xi plus yj plus zk. Now, what he says, the line is parallel to B, means AP is parallel to B. So given which or we are required to find vector AP is parallel to vector B. Parallel to vector B. So if two vectors are parallel, then condition is from vectors we take it as AP is equal to lambda b, where lambda is equal to a real number, any real number, where lambda is any real number. So if two vectors are parallel, one vector will be multiple of another vector. So this lambda may be 2, 3, 1 by 2, 5, root 2, anything that is multiple of this one. So from position vectors, AP I can write it as OP minus OA is equal to lambda B. OP minus OA is equal to lambda B. OP is nothing but R. OA is nothing but A, so I will substitute these values. So I will have R minus A is equal to lambda B. So if I take A to the RHS, I will have R is equal to A plus lambda B. So this is a vector form of a straight line. R is equal to A plus lambda B. So vector form of line, that is this. Now you are required to write even this equation of line in Cartesian form. You are required to write it in the Cartesian form. So I will take this vector B as, let vector B is equal to AI plus BJ plus CK, where A, B, C are direction ratios of this line or vector. So now I will substitute I will substitute A and R in equation 1. So from 1, if I substitute, R is xi plus yj plus zk. Vector A is x1i plus y1j plus z1k. I will substitute B. So plus lambda, B is AI plus Bj plus Ck. Clear, students? So I have substituted R, I have substituted A, then I have substituted B. Now comparing both sides. So comparing both sides. So if you compare coefficient of I on both sides, so just I will write comparing. So here coefficient of I is x, here coefficient of I is x1, here coefficient of I is lambda A. So you will have x is equal to x1 plus lambda A. So take x1 to the LHS, you will have x minus x1, then divide by A. So you will have x minus x1 by A is equal to lambda. X minus x1 by A is equal to lambda. Similarly, if you compare coefficient of J, you will have y is equal to coefficient of J, y is equal to y1 plus lambda B. Y is equal to y1 plus lambda B. Therefore, similarly, you will have y minus y1 by B is equal to lambda. Y minus y1 by B is equal to lambda. Similarly, you can compare Z or coefficient of K. So you will have Z is equal to Z1 plus lambda C. Therefore, Z minus Z1 by C is equal to lambda. Now eliminating lambda from all these three, you will have the final equation. So if I eliminate lambda, so eliminating lambda from above. So if you remove lambda from all three and compare LHS, you will have the answer. So final answer is, that is equation of line in Cartesian form, x minus x1 by A is equal to y minus y1 by B is equal to z minus z1 by C. So this is the derivation or answer, z minus z1 by C. If you remove lambda, so RHS is same, equating LHS. Clear, students? So you can go through this, then we will see second one. Now second one, students. Equation of line in space passing through two given points. So again I will take axis x, y, z, origin. So there is a line passing through two given points. So one I will take A. So this I will take it as A, x1, y1, z1. So position vector of A I will take it as vector A. So another point I will take it as B. So I will take here, anywhere you can take on this line. So this is B, x2, y2, z2, and its position vector I will take it as vector B. Let P be a point on the line. So anywhere you can take this point P, x comma y comma z, and its position vector I will take it as R. So there is a line passing through two given points, A of x1, y1, z1 and B of x2, y2, z2. Therefore position vector of A, I will denote it as A, vector OA, x1i plus y1j plus z1k. So passing through another point B, therefore position vector of B is OB, x2i plus y2j plus z2k. Then let Px comma y comma z be a point on the line. Its position vector I have taken it as R, OP, xi plus yj plus zk. Now, as these 3 points are on the same line, you can say that A, B and P are collinear. So as they are on same straight line, points A comma B comma P are collinear. Means they are lying on a same straight line. So as these are collinear, I can write vector AP is equal to lambda into vector AB, where lambda is a real number. As points are collinear, so I can write vector AP is equal to lambda AB. Now, again if from terms of position vector, AP I can write it as OP minus OA is equal to lambda OB minus OA. Clear, students? In terms of position vector, I can write OP minus OA. AB I can write it as OB minus OA. So if I substitute these vectors OP, so R minus A is equal to lambda into bracket OB minus OA means B minus A, vector B minus vector A. So now take this A to the RHS. So you will have R is equal to A plus lambda into bracket B minus A. This is 1, or you can say vector form of straight line. So R is equal to vector A plus lambda vector B minus A. Now again second part, we will take a Cartesian form. So for Cartesian form, substitute R, A and B in this equation 1. So for Cartesian form, from 1 or substituting you may say Cartesian form. So R I will take it as xi plus yj plus zk. So xi plus yj plus zk is equal to vector A is x1i plus y1j plus z1k plus lambda B minus A. So B minus A I will write directly. B minus A means x2 minus x1 into I, y2 minus y1 into j, z1 minus z2 into k. So B minus A if I take x2 minus x1 into I plus y2 minus y1 into j plus z2 minus z1 into k, bracket complete. Clear, students? B minus A, x2 minus x1 into I plus y2 minus y1 into j plus z2 minus z1 into k. Now again compare on both sides. So if I take comparing, so if you compare on both sides, so comparing. So coefficient of I x is equal to x1 plus lambda into bracket x2 minus x1. So if I compare I, x is equal to x1 plus lambda into bracket x2 minus x1. Now again take x1 to the LHS and divide by this, you will have lambda. So if I take this to the LHS, I will have x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x1 is equal to lambda. Clear, students? Similarly, compare coefficient of j. Y is equal to y1 plus lambda into bracket this. So you will have y is equal to y1 plus lambda into bracket y2 minus y1. So take this to the LHS and divide the bracket. You will have y minus y1 by y2 minus y1 is equal to lambda. Now similarly compare coefficient of k. So you will have z is equal to z1 plus lambda into bracket z2 minus z1. So if I take this to the LHS, so I will have z minus z1 by z2 minus z1 is equal to lambda. Again if you observe, RHS is same. So eliminate lambda. So if you remove lambda, you will have the equation. So eliminating lambda from the above equations we will have. So if I remove lambda, so eliminating lambda. So if I remove lambda, I will have x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x1 is equal to y minus y1 by y2 minus y1 is equal to z minus z1 by z2 minus z1. This is our equation of line passing through two given points. Clear, students? So this PDF link I have given in description box, where you will get the PDF of this derivation, of all these derivations. So then we will go for the next one. So third one, students, shortest distance between two skew lines. So it's very simple. Two skew lines means non-intersecting, non-parallel lines. So two lines which will never intersect and are not parallel. So in two dimension it is difficult to show. Just I will be taking, there are two lines. This you can take it as two skew lines, L1 and L2. So this is L1, this is L2. Let equation of this first line, I will take R is equal to A plus lambda B. Instead of A and B, I will take it as A1 plus lambda B1. This I will take it as second line, R is equal to A2 plus mu B2. So these are two skew lines. So this first line R, it is passing through this vector A1 and is parallel to B1. So this vector A1 I will take it as point A. So its position vector is A1. So this line is passing through point A and is parallel to B1. Similarly, second line, this I will take it as passing through A2, that is I will take it as B, passing through point B, its position vector is A2, and parallel to vector B2. So just I will join these 2 points A and B. So let PQ be the shortest distance between these 2 lines. So I will take this as P, this is 90, this is 90 PQ. So ಹಿಂಗ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತದೆ, ಇದು ಸಣ್ಣದು ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತದೆ, but as they are non-intersecting, non-parallel, this is bigger one, this is smaller one. On board we cannot show it, so it seems to be bigger. So PQ is the shortest distance between these 2 skew lines. So shortest distance is always perpendicular. So shortest distance is always perpendicular. So now here students, PQ is perpendicular to these both vectors. So PQ is perpendicular to both L1 and L2, both lines L1 and L2. So from definition of cross product of vectors, I can write PQ is equal to B1 cross B2. From definition of cross product, if you take B1 cross B2, so this is B1, this is B2, B1 cross B2 will be perpendicular to these 2 lines. Fleming's left hand rule in physics. So B1 is parallel to L1, B2 is parallel to L2. So B1 cross B2 will be parallel to PQ, or you can say PQ is equal to B1 cross B2. Clear students? Now shortest distance is nothing but a projection of AB on a line PQ. So shortest distance, you are required to remember this, shortest distance is equal to projection of AB, that is vector AB on vector PQ. So shortest distance between 2 skew lines is a projection of vector AB on vector PQ. So shortest distance I will denote it by D. Projection of AB on PQ by scalar product, in vectors by scalar product, it is given by AB dot PQ divided by magnitude of PQ. AB dot PQ divided by magnitude of PQ. Distance will never be negative, so here also we take it as a mod, so that you don't get a minus sign. Now substitute vector AB. Vector AB I can write it as mod of OB minus OA in terms of position vector dot PQ I can write it as B1 cross B2 whole divided by magnitude of PQ. So PQ is nothing but B1 cross B2. B1 cross B2. So now substitute. OB is a position vector of point B, that is A2. OA is a position vector of point A, that is A1. So if you substitute, shortest distance D is equal to mod of A2 minus A1 dot B1 cross B2 divided by mod of B1 cross B2. Mod of B1 cross B2. So this is the shortest distance between 2 skew lines. D is equal to A2 minus A1 dot B1 cross B2 divided by magnitude of B1 cross B2. Clear students? So for PDF of this, you can go to the link given in description box. So next derivations we will see in another video.